So yesterday I was showing this. What are the topics it is planned to cover. So yesterday the topics are numbers, quantification and numerical applications, and today financial mathematics and logical reasoning. So the two topics which are important is taken. So in the financial mathematics, it's a very big chapter. The total weightage for this chapter in class 12 is 15 marks. So this one actually we cannot say that within a day, or it's not possible. You have a very big units, 7 separate topics are there. So this is the financial mathematics class 12 syllabus. This is first topic is perpetuity and sinking funds. So perpetuity is nothing, it's an annuity. So we'll be calculating annually for getting a loan or any amount you are getting for a particular work. You are taking money. For that, you will be present value and future value will be calculating, that is come under perpetuity. Sinking funds is the next topic. So today I plan to take only sinking funds from this class 12, and class 11 it is GST. So two topics we cover in this financial mathematics, sinking funds and GST. And what are the, just I show you that what are the topics are there. These are the sub branches here. So these are the main 7 topics we have actually. So I tried this one sharing. Entire one I was able to do writing this. I already tried. The full screen, if I make it only, it is possible. Okay, so this is the topic I am going to teach today, this sinking funds. And the first one is valuation of bonds. These are the 7 units. I mean, 7 in that particular unit, 7 topics. Valuation of bonds, EMI is the second one, CAGR, that is compound annual growth rate, and returns, stocks, shares, and debentures, linear method of depreciation. So these are the 7 units. In that valuation of bonds, there is 2 possible questions, 2 separate topic. This is one of the important concept: present value approach, relative price approach. And EMI calculation, we know that in our we would have got, everyone would have got EMI for, you may be paying a EMI for some reasons, or you would have got a loan or something. So there are 2 methods in the EMI paying, that is flat rate method, another one reducing balance method. In the returns, you have 2 types of returns: rate of return and nominal rate. And next we have sinking fund. This is the topic I plan to do today. So what is the meaning of first sinking fund? So sinking fund is nothing, it is actually like our exactly savings account, but it is not same. There is a vast difference in that. What is the meaning of sinking fund is, for an example, I'm starting a business. So I'm purchasing some machines, some 3 machines, and it is evaluated after some 5 years, these machines may undergo repair. And so we should keep some amount for purchasing the new machines after 5 years. So we have to keep the money for purchasing the new machine, which is going to affected later, and for that we are keeping the money now itself. So it is a planned manner we are using this. In the business particularly, we need a sinking fund. So in after 10 years, sometimes the machines will be working for 10 years, and then it may be it may not be working properly. So you have to either replace it, or you can buy a new machine. So these kind of things, all of a sudden after 10 years you may not be having that much amount in hand. So well in advance we are keeping some money, calculating what amount, the cost of the amount of the particular machines or whatever items you want to do, that cost will be calculated, and for that how much money to be kept month wise, or it may be quarterly, or it may be semi-annually or annually. So most of the companies are big factories and all, they'll be keeping every year in the profit amount, they'll be keeping some amount. This is called the sinking fund. So sinking fund is mainly established by the company for setting aside a particular amount for the future purpose. So this is actually for a particular purpose we are using. So what is the difference actually for the savings account and this one? Savings account, we may be depositing at any time. You can withdraw the money at any time. But the sinking fund, we may not be taking it whenever we want it. It will be, the money will be used only after 10 years or 5 years. If you are planning, after 5 years only, you will be utilizing this money. So this is the difference between the savings account and the sinking fund account. So sinking fund is developed only for the particular purpose, but it may be for the case of a savings account, you may be using this for any of your personal reason also. So even the sinking fund can be created for the personal purpose also, for making your particular child when they're growing after class 12, you need some money. For that, you are keeping some money every month and saving, and that is also called as a sinking fund only. So here there is a formula. This formula is the periodic payments of rupees R made at the end of each period required to accumulate a sum of rupees A. So this is the amount. You want this amount A over n periods with interest charged at the rate I per period. So rate, how many years or how many months you are going to use, that is, here it is n, and I is the rate per period. So particular rate of interest, actually we are using the same concept only here. So the formula is R is equal to A by S Ni. So this is the symbol it is utilized for sinking fund. So it is actually, we are going to call sinking fund symbol S and Ni only. N stands for the number of period we are going to deposit, and I is the rate of interest. And what is the capital R? Size of each installment. So how much we are paying in monthly. So for the sinking fund, capital R is a sinking fund, capital A is the total amount which you need it after some particular year. So this is, I is rate per period, N means the number of installments, and A is the lump sum amount to be accumulated. So this one single formula, you will be asked to use this formula and many questions using the sinking fund, and it is given in the sample paper this year under 4-mark question. And this one calculation part, if you see, mostly it will be very lengthy. So I have taken 2 questions which are very direct. We can easily use this formula and write directly, but we can see that multiplication, so much multiplication division is required. So the student, if they are very good in calculation, the basic operations, only then they can score full marks in this. A company establishes sinking fund to provide for the payment rupees 1 lakh debt maturing in 10 years, and contributions to the fund are to be made at the end of every year. Find the amount of each annual deposit if interest is 18% per annum. So we want to find the amount for the each period, how much amount depositing. So this sinking fund you can establish for your studies, for the son studies, or this is for buying some machine, anything. So in this particular case, we are establishing the sinking fund 1 lakh rupees. So it is given capital A is 1 lakh. So A equal to rupees 1 lakh. A equal to rupees 1 lakh, And this is a direct question. And next, what else given is here? It is 18% per annum. So this is the clue. It may be given sometimes per semi-annually, or it may be given with quarterly, sometimes per month also will be given. So annum means you will be taking as it is only. So I is equal to 18 divided by 100. It is 18%, so 18 by 100. So which is 0.18. And next, what else detail? Time, so sorry, here time is given 4 years. So n is equal to 4 years. So these are the details given. The question is, what is the amount they have to keep it ready for every installment? How much money to be kept? So here we'll use the same formula. It is A is equal to, here this formula, A is equal to R times R into sinking fund. So this sinking fund formula actually already in the previous one, it is introduced here. This is the formula 1 plus I the whole power n minus 1 divided by I. So using this substitute, we can write this formula directly also. R times 1 plus I the whole power n minus 1 by I. So 1 plus I is 0.18, the whole power 4 minus 1 by 0.18. This is 1.18 whole power 4 minus 1. So now the calculation here. So mostly they are giving the value. So this year sample paper, they are given the value 1.18, the whole power 4 value directly. If not, they will provide the logbook. So from the logbook only, we have to find the value using the common logarithm. They are learned, already they have learned in class 11. So the students knows to calculate this one using the log table. So this directly we can apply. So I'm using this FX calculator. We can find the value. This is 1.9. 1.93 is the value. So this they have taken a 4-digit here. So to get the accurate value, the students are taken 4-digit number only. You will, after the decimal point, 4 decimal. If you use it only, you will get accurate answer. If suppose in the question they are given only after decimal 2 digits, then the same number we are going to use and whatever answer we are getting. So this is R only we need it. So cross multiplying 1 lakh divided by this 5.2156. So this long division, you will get the sinking fund. It's a very simple concept, a formula everyone knows and they know to apply. Rate of interest alone, they have to be careful here. If it is per annum, as it is, suppose the same question semi-annually is given means we have to divide I, you have to take it 0.18 divided by 2. So it will become 0.09 to be used if it is semi-annually, or quarterly 0 divided by 4. That only one thing you have to take care. And there is a second question. So this question is same model. And this one, in 10 years, a machine costing rupees 40,000 will have a salvage value of rupees 4,000. A new machine at the time, it's not, I'm not able to see fully. I have a question, I'll see. A new machine at that time, what is the difference, the replacement cost and the salvage cost? A sinking fund is set up into, I'll do one thing, I'll share it. So I've taken this question here. So this is in 10 years, a machine costing rupees 40,000 will have a salvage value of rupees 4,000. A new machine at that time, difference between the replacement cost and the salvage cost, a sinking fund is set up into which equal pay at the rate 7% compounded annually. How much should each payment be? So this question is actually, they are given the salvage value. What is the meaning of salvage value? I have to explain. So which means that it may be salvage value, or it may be a residual value, or it may be called as scrap value. All means that we use the machine for the particular period, and the value, depreciable value, the value of the machine after some usage of the, at the end of some years, we can sell it. So that amount actually we call it as a salvage value. So that is after 5 years, when we are, our washing machine, for an example, when we are selling it after 5 years, The original cost might be, it is 20,000 rupees, but it is only 2,000 rupees we were able to exchange. So that amount we call it as a salvage value or scrap value or a residual value. So here it is given salvage value is 4,000. So what is that meaning? Actually, we are replacing this after 10 years, we want to make a new machine. So 4,000 rupees, 40,000 rupees. In that 4,000 rupees salvage value. So 4,000 to be subtracted here. So we'll be getting 40,000 minus 4,000. How much it is? Rupees 36,000. So this will be considered as your amount. So we can usually the amount which you want to buy a new machine means full 40,000 you have to keep it ready. But now we are going to exchange only. So this old machine cost 4,000. We are subtracting from the expected amount 40,000, and so it is rupees 36,000. And the new machine at that time, the difference between this cost already we have planned, and time period is given. N is equal to 10 years. N is 10 years. And the rate of interest, I is equal to 7%. Here, one thing we have to note it is annually. So annually means it is 7 by 100. So it is 0.07. Now we have to apply it in the formula. So formula is A is equal to R times 1 plus I, the whole power N, minus 1 divided by I. So R is a question mark. Here also sinking fund, how much amount you have to keep it for every month or every year. Yearly they asked. So R we are calculating here. So amount now you have to apply 36,000 equal to R times. So 1 plus I value is 0.07 and time is 10 years minus 1 divided by I value is 0.07. So R times, this is 1.07, the whole power 10 minus 1 divided by 0.07. So can you say now this calculation, FX calculator we have to use and find the value? I think I missed some data here. A new machine at that time, the new machine, I got the question. New machine is expected to sell for rupees 42,000. Sorry, 52,000. So they are expecting the new machine cost here. That's what this sentence is incomplete, I'm thinking. So the new machine cost is rupees 52,000. So actually, presently the machine cost is 40,000. So I have to change my answer. Only this, A alone I have to change. So expected is 52,000. And 4,000 only. The 40,000 rupees machine after 10 years, the amount you are going to replace it, giving that machine only 4,000 rupees. So you will subtract 4,000. So you get it rupees 48,000. Rupees 48,000. So I change it here since this is 48,000. So now we have to simplify. R is equal to 48,000 into 0.07 divided by 1.07, the whole power 10. This value actually, we have to use the FX calculator. Can anyone say the value? This one, 1.07 from the calculator. Actually, I have taken the value. This value is 1.968. 1.968. So I'll substitute that value 48,000 into 0.07 divided by this value is 1.968. So you can see that multiplication only. So everyone, they know to apply directly. When they are giving this value, we will apply. If they are not given the value, we have to use the logarithmic table. So in the log table, using the concept x is 1.07 the whole power 10. So I think everybody knows, not needed. Just showing it 1.07 and 10 times log 1.07 value to be applied. This is 0.0294 and so 0.294 you get, and from this anti-log to be taken. So x is equal to anti-log of this value. So from the log table we will calculate, you will get exactly 1.968. So the calculator, what you are getting, the same answer from the log table also you can get. So in case not providing, we have to use the log table. This value is now rupees 3,470. This one. So this year they plan not to give the log table. So they are giving the values, all the values. So we are going to apply this. So sinking fund calculation is very, very simple concept. And there is another question. I think the same concept you can apply and try this answer, and just given you this part. The next one is, it is GST. So GST is, we have a concept. Everybody in our real life, we are using this concept. So it is goods and services tax. So we have actually, so far in 2017, till 2017, the taxes were given with so many different parts. We were giving the taxes. Now under GST, we have brought everything, that is taxes subsumed here. See, like previously, what are the taxes we were paying? What were the taxes? See, the single GST subsumed several taxes. So what are the taxes? It is excise duty, service tax, additional customs duty, surcharges, state level, and VAT, that is VAT, value added tax, and still we have many purchase tax, or for anything the taxes in between we were paying so much. And after 2017, this GST is introduced, and because of that it is systemized, like we are under a particular rule, it is assigned throughout India. So we are going with the GST method only from 2017. So this tax, what is that? Actually, I'm just introducing here. We have a dual GST model. So one is a central GST, another one state GST. Central GST is called CGST, and this is central government. We are paying this to the central government. Another one is state government. So that is called SGST. So two types of taxes we are paying for buying any goods. And here we have to know one important point, that is interstate or intrastate. So interstate transactions, that means imported goods. We sometimes will be import items from abroad, or sometimes we'll be exporting also. So that time, what type of tax we are paying, that is called IGST. IGST is the tax levied by the central government. So this, we can see the types of GST. Already I said that same only it is there. It is IGST. What is the meaning of IGST? It is.
Ma'am, please share PPT.
Oh, it's not shared. Okay, sorry. Okay. So this one, I showed one example, one more question. You can try this sinking fund. So all financial mathematics problems, depending on simple formulas only, really they can score well. And this is GST introduction. I already explained there are different types of taxes. So all these taxes, they subsumed and brought it as the same, that is universal, and not India fully, we have brought it now commonly, that is goods and services tax, GST, it is introduced in 2017. This part only I said. So now the types of GST. So what we are going to do here, it's not coming. That time it was working. Okay, I just explain it. Types of GST, that is, first one is IGST. IGST is integrated goods and services tax, and it is collected by the central government. So when we have to pay this IGST, it is mainly when it is state to state. See, for Tamil Nadu, we are buying some items. Our dealer are going to Andhra Pradesh and they are buying some items. Then it is called interstate relationship. So interstate means we have to pay actually to the central government. Central government, that payment we call it as IGST. And here, suppose in the same state, Tamil Nadu, we are buying one items in the same places within this particular state. It may be from district to district, it's not a problem. Within the same state, then we call it as SGST. So within the state, we are selling, that is intrastate. And in this intrastate, the same, I have mentioned here, the last, you can see that here, this part. So intrastate means sales of goods and services within the same state. Interstate means sales and goods services outside the state. And so we are selling some items from one state to another state, then the GST will go to central government. That is called IGST. IGST. And within the same state, when we are selling items or purchasing, then we will be paying state government 50% and the central government 50%. So GST will be divided equally. So this is the 4 types of GST we have. First one is the IGST. And second one is SGST. This is state goods and services tax. This is state government collects this tax. And central government goods and services tax, that is called CGST. And this is central government will be collecting this tax. And union territory goods and services, that is UTGST. So 4 types of GST we have. And who is the mainly in the middle dealing with the manufacturer and the customer who is relating, that is a dealer. A dealer, it can be a person who is in business, or the person who is own a particular company, we call them as a dealer. So we are going to use this strategy for doing the calculation of GST. So whether the buying or purchasing the items, whether it is between the intrastate or interstate, that is only important. So again, this point we have to remember, interstate means it is outside. Intrastate means inside, same state. So now, next point is, this is GST rate. Generally, you take any items, we are paying the GST. So for paying the GST, sometimes 0%, sometimes 5%. So these are the standard slabs, which is fixed by the government. So goods and services are divided into 5 different tax slabs. One is 0%, 5%, 12%, or 18%, and 28%. So for some example only, it's given here. So in these items, you can see that this special rate 0.25% on rough, precious and semi-precious stones, 3% on gold, and cess, health cess for anything, it is 22%, and 28% GST applies on few items like aerated drinks and luxury cars and all. 28 highest GST, we can see that only for the luxury cars and aerated drinks. And there are many, if you see that, if you can see in the net only, we'll come to know that so many things, but in the problems, we don't have too many. Maximum up to 18% tax will be collected. Such questions only we have. And here there is a question. So this question I'm going to work. There are two questions here. One, I just read the question first. A manufacturer A sells a washing machine to a dealer B for rupees 12,500. The dealer B sells it to a consumer at a profit of rupees 1,500. If sales are intrastate, so can you tell me now what is intrastate? Intrastate means how they are selling?
Inside the state, madam.
Yes, yes. So within the same same state, and 12% here. The amount of tax under GST paid by there are three questions. How much amount of tax paid by the dealer B to the central government? The amount of tax under GST received by the state government, the amount that the consumer pays for the machine. Similarly, in the second one, I have taken each model one question. One is, it is intrastate, another one is interstate. So in both the cases, how GST is calculated, and when we are doing it, we'll come to know that who is actually paying. The consumer in both the previously also consumer only we are paying so much amount. When compared to the previous taxes, GST is actually reduced our burden only, we have to say, because it is uniformity, we brought it here. So this question, a manufacturer A sells a washing machine to a dealer. So here it is connected. I just draw here. First one is a manufacturer. So the manufacturer, and he is selling the machine. It is given in the statement. Manufacturer sells a washing machine to the dealer B. So next person is a dealer. So this is a manufacturer, I name it as A, and B is a dealer. He is selling it at the cost of rupees 12,500. And the dealer is selling the same.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. I'm not able to see the question.
Okay, okay. Nothing happened there. Usually we can bring. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Part of it.
I think a big screen I'm using it. Still I.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So I have to write on top question. I think you have to move the board, ma'am.
Yes, I can. Yes. Thank you.
So this is manufacturer, rupees 12,500. This is A. So he is selling to the second person B. He is a dealer in between. And from B, it goes to the consumer. So here the consumer is getting it. So how much rupees the dealer sells? He is selling it at the profit of rupees 1,500. So 12,500 plus 1,500 he is taking. So now the dealer, when he is purchasing it, since it is an intrastate means he will be giving to the central government as well as to the state government. So he will be paying now SGST as well as CGST. So how much he will be paying totally, it is given percentage, it is given as 12%. So since it is 12% tax is mentioned, we'll be paying 6% to the central government and 6% to the state government. So the dealer will be here. He will be taking, so we call it as input GST, and when he is collecting it from the consumer, we call it as an output GST. So input GST is here, output GST. So he is going to get it 6% of this amount, whatever items he is amount he is using, that we calculate. So 6 by 100 into 12,500. So
750, madam.
rupees 750. And now this 750, he will be paying a part to the CGST, and another 750 he will be paying to the central government, another 750 to the state government. So totally 1,500 rupees along with the 12,500 he'll be. So cost price of the dealer is now, this will be
14,000.
1,500 plus this GST 1,500. So now he is making along with this cost price, and he is 12%, I mean 1,500 rupees he is keeping extra, and he is going to sell it. So 12,500, his selling price is now 12,500 plus this 1,500. So it will be rupees 14,000.
14,000.
14,000. So this amount he is going to sell it to the consumer. So now how much output a GST will be collecting? He is selling it for 14,000. So 6% of this he will be collecting from the consumer. So what rate he is selling for that 6%? So how much it is 6% of this? Rupees 840. So 840 will be going to CGST, and another rupees 840 will be given to SGST, that is state government as well as to the central government. So total GST amount will be, total GST is rupees 1,680. So this will be paid by the consumer. So consumer will be paying along with 14,000, this 1,680 GST will be added, this amount will be paid by the consumer. So 15,000 rupees, 15,680. So first we have to calculate all these, and now we can come to the questions. So there is a first question, the amount of tax and the GST paid by the dealer B to the central government. So dealer B, how much amount he is selling, he is paying to the central government is the question. So central government, he is actually taking input and output. So how much dealer will be paying actually? Can anyone calculate and say how much? Here he is taking, so he is paid 750, but he is collecting it rupees 840 for CGST, 840 for SGST from the consumer. So how much amount the dealer will be paying to the government? No, I think you are not getting it. This is, he is originally, he is paying 750 rupees. And what he does actually, he is collecting 6% of this 14,840 rupees from the consumer. So this 840, here 840, 1,680 he is collecting it. So central government alone is the question. Central government alone, if you see, he is paying 750 rupees here, and here it is for the central government, and this is for the state government. So 840 rupees he is collecting from the consumer, and in this 750 he is paid, and but that 750 he has collected it back from the consumer. So how much rupees actually he is paying to the central government?
90.
90 rupees, yes, correct, it is 840 minus this 750, you get rupees 90. So this is the one he is paying to the central government. So I'm calculating central government cost alone. he has paid 750, but actually he has collected it back along with this 750, some extra money he has collected. This is he is sending it to the central government. So in that 750, we'll subtract it. So 90 rupees only actually he is paying. The remaining 750, who is paid actually, it is all amount is actually paid by the consumer only. But in the middle, dealer is what amount he is paying is 840 minus 750. So it is rupees 90. Next, the amount of tax received by the state government. So state government, how much amount it is received by the state government?
What about the profit, madam? That 1,500 rupees profit.
Sir?
The dealer.
Sir?
So profit for the dealer is 1,500.
Yes, sir. That he is going to use it. That is a profit for him. So GST will not come under this cost to price. Cost to price, along with that, the keeping 6%, that only GST. So he is profited this 1,500, it's for him only. So along for this 1,500 only, extra he is getting this 90 rupees. That alone only he is paying actually to the central government. Okay, second question I asked, amount of tax under GST paid to the state government is how much? That also will be same only, 90 rupees only. By the dealer B will be 90. Otherwise, generally state government, how much rupees means it is, we have paid central to the state government, it will be 840 rupees. 840 rupees at the end. And the amount of consumer pays, the consumer already we have calculated. So 14,000 rupees plus 1,000, that is 840 plus 840. 840 to central government, 840 to state government. So rupees 15,680. This is the amount paid by the consumer. So can we move on to the next question? The question is, a shopkeeper in Rajasthan buys an article, a printed price of rupees 40,000 from a wholesaler in Delhi. The shopkeeper sells the article to a consumer in Rajasthan at a profit of rupees 25% on the basic cost price. If the rate of GST is 18%, find, there are 5 questions of the article inclusive of tax at which the shopkeeper bought it, the amount of tax paid by the shopkeeper to government, the amount of tax received by Delhi government, the amount of tax received by central government, the amount which the consumer pays for the article. So there are 5 subdivisions. So here actually it is interstate. So people are actually from outside. So first I take it here. He is taking it, which place, a shopkeeper in Rajasthan. So I take here shopkeeper. He is in Rajasthan. Buys an article at the printed price of rupees 40,000 from the wholesaler in Delhi. So here is the wholesaler. He is in Delhi. So he is purchasing from the person here. It is rupees 40,000 is the cost price of the wholesaler and shopkeeper, 40,000. And next, he is selling it, the shopkeeper sells the article to a consumer in Rajasthan. So here it is interstate. Here it is interstate, and next it is intrastate. Here the consumer. So consumer in Rajasthan. And he is selling it at a profit rupees 25%. if the rate of GST is 18%, rate of GST 18%. So since it is interstate, the full 18% of this one goes to central government, IGST. So he is paying here IGST tax, and in the intrastate is totally 18%. So 9% goes to CGST, goes as CGST, and another 9% as SGST. So in this case, 18% goes to IGST. So 40,000, 18% of this 40,000. So I change it 18 by 100. So the amount, how much can anyone say? 18%, I think already calculated. It is rupees 7,200. Rupees 7,200.
7,000.
So the IGST, how much amount is actually the shopkeeper paid to the central government is 7,200. This is IGST as a not CGST, it is IGST. Now his cost price is 40,000 plus this 7,200 actually. Now he is selling it, original price is 40,000 and makes the profit in that 25%. So 25% of this 40,000. So this is how much? 40,000 plus 1,000.
10,000, madam.
Is 10,000. 50,000 now. So 50,000 he is selling it to the another consumer in the Rajasthan itself. So now the consumer will pay 50,000 along with GST. So in the 50,000, how much he will be paying? 9%. So 9 by 100. So how much? 4,500. So he will be paying 4,500 amount to the central government SGST and another rupees 4,500 to the SGST. So consumer finally how much amount he is paying? 50,000 plus 4,500 plus 4,500, that is 9,000. This 9,000. So cost price of the particular item paid by the consumer is rupees 59,000. So this is the calculation. Now the questions. First question is the price of the article inclusive of tax under GST at which the shopkeeper bought it. So how much rupees shopkeeper bought it including GST? I repeat, the price of the article inclusive of tax. So original cost is 40,000 inclusive of tax. How much shopkeeper bought it? Cost price of the shopkeeper including the GST. So this is the cost price of the shopkeeper. 40,000 rupees only he is buying, but along with GST. GST is rupees 7,200. So the cost price of the shopkeeper is 40,000 plus this 7,000.
47,200.
47,200. Next it is second question. The amount of tax paid by the shopkeeper to government. So it is generally is given as governmental. Now it is actually when you shopkeeper, the middle person, how much money he is paying to the government question comes means output GST minus input GST. That is like a calculation formula we have to use it. So the previously also I used the same only. Output GST minus input GST. So the second question we have to use now. What is the output GST? It is 9,000. So 9,000 minus input GST is 7,200. So it is rupees 1,800. This is the amount of tax paid by the dealer. So the middle dealer or shopkeeper, whoever is in the middle, This person, how much amount he will pay to the government is output GST minus input GST. And the third question is the amount of tax received by the Delhi government. Can anyone say that how much amount the Delhi government will receive? Just you can give the answer whether it's right or wrong, it's not a problem. Here, I clearly said that he is paying the amount to IGST. IGST will go to central government. Now, Delhi government, how much GST will be getting? Can anyone think?
4,500, madam.
4,500, sir. Anything else? Any other answer? Just it's okay. Any answer you can give. It's whether right or wrong. That's later. We'll teachers. Actually,
The thing is, madam, sorry to disturb you.
yes, sir.
Without knowing full concept, we are unable to give the answer. Madam. That's why we are waiting.
Okay, sir. I understand.
Only problem to answer going means we can't able, no, madam. That's why.
Okay, sir. The concept is, I just give you once again, interstate, intrastate concept only. Interstate means between the two states, the transaction takes place. So between the two states, transaction takes place means both the state will not receive anything. The IGST will go directly to central government. This is the concept for interstate. And intrastate means the whatever items you are purchasing, in that 50% half payment will go to half GST will go to central government, that is called CGST, and another half will go to SGST, state government. These two things only I am repeatedly using it. See, again, I say that intrastate means both the state, the transaction happening here, both state will not get any GST. The money will go directly to central government. So now, can you give me the answer for this Delhi government? What will be the GST receiving?
4,500. 4,500.
4,500, sir. It is not actually central government. Central government is different. Delhi is particularly, it's a particular state only here. In this case, Delhi is one state and Rajasthan is another state. So between the two states, transaction goes on means, what is the concept is, the tax will go directly to central government. Central government is not a Delhi government or a Rajasthan. So you mean maybe you are thinking that Delhi is central government, okay? So it is not actually, Delhi is a particular state, okay? So it is state to state. So the IGST will go to
Then the answer is 0, correct, madam?
0. Yes, sir. Good, correct, sir.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Sir. So Delhi government will not receive. So maybe this is the confusion, maybe for all of you, please, sir. Delhi is one particular state. Rajasthan is another state. So between state to state, when the transaction taken place, they don't get any GST, and the GST is called IGST, that will go directly to the central government. Between in the same state, when it happens only, a part of it, half will go to central government, half will go to state government. Yes, sir. 0 is the answer. Next, fourth question, the amount of tax under GST received by central government. So now central government, how much amount receives in the finally?
Madam, starting 7,200 plus 4,500. 7 plus 4, 11. 11,700, correct, madam?
Sir, actually it is question is amount of tax received by the central government. So central government is actually once for the same goods, it is sent to the central government. This is 7,200 only, we call it as a GST here. Only 7,200.
200, yes, ma'am.
7,200, because
200.
9,000, in that 9,000, the shopkeeper will subtract this amount only, he will be paying. How much amount he is paying to the government when you subtract 1,800? This alone. So this, I think it is my mistake only, I didn't say this point. It is once IGST, it is the same article, it is paid to the central government. That's it. Again, it is calculated. The amount will be taken here. He will be, shopkeeper will be collecting the amount, central government payment, state government payment. He will collect it, but already he has paid here. So it will not go here nil only along with that. So 7,000 rupees, 200 will be going to the central government. The amount which the consumer pays for the article. So finally, consumer, how much amount he will be paying?
Madam, can you repeat fourth one, madam? Sorry, I am not understood.
The amount of tax under GST received by central government, sir. This is actually only, it is rupees 7,200 in the initially we are purchasing it. So this amount only, we say it is gone already, it is sent to the central government. It is IGST only, we call it. I think the question I have to give a little differently. Only then it is possible. It should be given IGST, sir. Under IGST, then only the answer will come 7,200. Even though here it is 9% you are paying to the central government and SGST. So totally 9,000. In this 9,000, already 7,200 is paid to the government. So this amount, 7,200 will be taken by the shopkeeper. Remaining 1,800 alone, he will pay to the government. So there is a question, I will take it. I took it from APC book, this question. Already we worked the amount paid by the shopkeeper to the government. So this is rupees 1,800. This is rupees 1,800. So this government, actually, it may be half payment to state government, half payment to Delhi government. The question is not mentioned here. It is only this. So what I understand, sir, the IGST. Only then the answer is 7,200. The question should be how much tax is paid to the central government under IGST. That will be rupees 7,200. Okay, I taken the question now because maybe in the cut paste it did not come. So I'm writing it because of that. The question is, a shopkeeper, everyone can try this answer, buys an article whose printed price is rupees 4,000. He is buying it from a wholesaler. At a discount of 20% and sells it to a consumer at the printed price. If the sales are intrastate, and the rate of GST is 12%. There are subdivisions. First subdivision, the price of the article, at which the shopkeeper bought, bought it. And second subdivision, the amount of tax paid by the shopkeeper. The amount of tax paid by the shopkeeper to the state government. And the third subdivision is the amount of tax received by central government. The amount paid by the consumer. Amount paid by the consumer. So just you can try this here. Once again, this is wholesaler. And in the middle, shopkeeper. And consumer. Wholesaler, this is intrastate. So first I'm noting whether it is a intrastate or interstate. Intrastate means within the state. So it will be decided this 12% is divided 6% to 6% as CGST and 6% as SGST. Next detail, wholesale. From a wholesaler, he is getting a discount. So original cost printed price is rupees 4,000. Rupees 4,000, and he is purchasing at the discount of 20%. So 20% when you reduce, how much comes?
800, madam. 3,200, madam.
Okay, 800. So 3,000. Now the cost price of the shopkeeper is 3,200. So this is the cost price of the shopkeeper. For this, he will be paying the GST. So 6% of 6 by 100 of this 3,200. Rupees
192, madam.
192. Okay. So rupees 192 he is paying to CGST and another one SGST. So totally for this purchase he is paying 192 plus 192, that is
384, madam.
384. Okay, sir.
So total together 3,584.
Now the shopkeeper with this amount, rupees 3,200, he is keeping some extra money. He is getting some profit. I think he is selling it again at the printed price. At the printed price, he is selling it to the consumer. So printed price means it is understood 4,000 rupees. He is selling it. His CP is this, but SP is now 4,000 rupees. So for 4,000 rupees, the consumer, along with that, they are paying the GST. So GST part 6% to central government and this. So I calculate 6% of this 4,000. So
240, madam.
how much, sir? 240.
240, madam.
Okay, 240 plus 240.
480, madam.
480. So he will be, totally the consumer will be paying 4,480 rupees. This is the calculation. Now, what are the questions we'll see, sir? First one, the price of the article at which the shopkeeper bought it. So can you say the answer? What is the price of the article at which the shopkeeper bought?
3,200, madam.
3,200 including tax comes means what will be the answer, sir? If the question is including tax, cost price is 3,200.
3,484.
plus this amount. You will be adding this 384. 384 to be added. So what is the amount? 3,584. So the question will be differing. So the first question, they may be, now I'm asking the price of the article. In this particular question, they are given the price of the article at which the shopkeeper bought it. So the question, they must have given what is the cost price or including tax. That word comes means 384 we'll add and write. If not, the cost price is 3,200. Yes, sir.
How we can identify, madam? That's why I said 3,200, madam.
Yes, sir. It is to be included. So in this book also some mistakes are there. So we can create the questions. Shopkeeper, what is
That's
the
why I got doubt, madam. Now
yes,
also, that's why I said, because that after discount only he can get, no, madam.
yes. You are correct. There must be first question, what is the cost price? Then the answer is rupees 3,200. Now, including tax comes means the answer is 3,500.
Yes, absolutely, madam. Correct.
Second question, the amount of tax paid by the shopkeeper to the state government. State government alone we should see now. So shopkeeper, middle person, how much amount he is paying means we will see that output GST minus input GST. This is the calculation we have to use. So we want it only for the state government. So in the SG output GST, SGST 240. So 240 minus 192. So only state government alone I am taken, since the question is state government. Or totally how much amount the shopkeeper pays to the government in general asked means 480 minus 384. So this amount is rupees. How much again subtracted? 240.
48, madam. 48.
Okay, 48 rupees. Now third question is the amount of tax received by the central government. So central government, finally, how much amount will be receiving? Consumer is paying, no, that is the amount. So 6% of this CGST, that is 240 rupees. So central government will receive 240 rupees. State government also will receive 240. They can ask so many questions, subdivisions using the same. So here, the third question answer is rupees 240. Fourth question, what is the amount paid by the consumer? So consumer, how much amount he pays?
4480, madam.
Already, yes, sir, good. It's already we have calculated here. So
Yes, madam.
plus tax together, this much amount he will be paying consumer finally. So GST, I think there are still many extra things you can see, but in the textbook we have only they have introduced with intrastate and interstate. Intrastate only there are questions. Interstate very rarely only they are given, but even then we have to refer extra books and get questions and teach extra concepts. So this, I think with that I stop it and just I show you this next mathematical and logical reasoning. So this is very, very interesting. As I said, the same thing, it is useful for the competitive exams. So it is very useful for the competitive exams. In this, what are the concepts they have introduced in this syllabus is, it is coding and decoding. Yesterday, we did know like the same way, they will give you, I'll show you few examples, then you can understand. So mathematical reasoning, even in science mathematics, we are learning. So the same if and only if means how to usage of if and only if, implications, if then, these are the cases already, quantifiers and all already is there, and the use of and, or and or. Now we are going to use newly, what is the part it is given is, it is it's not mentioned here. So it is not mentioned here, but it is blood relation questions. So we know that in the exams, Prajya exams, what type of questions we get it, the same thing. See, we can, they are given 4 answers. We have to find which statement is correct. Conclusions, which conclusion is correct. And here it is logical reasoning. Like a certain language, PAC is coded as 61, then NEP coded as what? So this is a simple logic. We'll be writing the values. how they are relating A letter P. It's a coding and decoding only here. So P stands for what value, A stands what value, C stands what value, like we have to calculate using the English alphabet. So they are given an explanation here. In the reverse order, the position of P, A and C are 11, 26 and 24. So in the reverse order, when you take it from the last to first, A will be the 26th letter and C will be 24th letter and P will be 11th letter, and this total comes 61. And so the same manner, NEP also, when you reverse it, the total is 46. So this is a coding decoding concept, and this madam is coded with a dash and doom is coded as dash. Then what will be lad? So this is all exactly Prajna questions. Like it will be very interesting. The particular rules, everything is assigned. We have a rules here, and this is a blood relation questions. So blood relations in any exams, if you go for the TNPSC or CA foundation questions, or even the, some entrance exams, we can find such blood relation questions. So here they are given with rules, how it has to be applied. Because I thought I already had that topics covered, so just I show you this. One question, you can think it, very direct question, this one. Rohit is a husband of Vanshika. Sumita is sister of Rohit. Anushka is sister of Vanshika. Then how Anushka is related to Rohit? Or sometimes looking at the picture, that man will be replying that lady in the photo is my nephew, like a relationship, identifying the relationship. So this is actually, we have to follow a rule only here. So Rohit husband is Vanshika, which means that we'll put addition. So they are given the symbols on the APC book very clearly what rule to be followed, how easily you can get the answer. With if they are related, brother and sister means we'll put the arrow symbol. If they are husband wife means we'll put plus symbol. So with that calculation, easily you will derive the answer. So the particular rule when we are using, easily you will calculate the answer. So can you try this one? I think this and all are not necessary to say. That's why I'm not telling. I hope everyone knows, you are all already would have experienced this type of questions.